So you have been selected for this Equity Initiative Fellowship.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Equity Initiative is basically a program that was created by Atlantic Philanthropies and China Medical Board. Now, these two are foundations in not just in Southeast Asia, but actually it's a global foundation that through this initiative wants to create a community of leaders who would fight for health equity and social justice. So they want to create this tribe of young leaders who will come together for the same purpose. So that's the point of the fellowship. And actually, just to let you know, Atlantic Philanthropies was founded by Chuck Feeney. And Chuck Feeney is the original billionaire philanthropist.
Right.
He's
They asked the other billionaire to give away their wealth.
That's right. He's the hero of Bill Gates and Warren Buffett.
Did you get to meet him?
No.
Not yet.
And apparently he's not very well.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he's quite elderly.
So you were telling me about the experience of, and routinely every few months,
Yes.
Leaders from respective countries,
Yeah.
leaders representative from respective countries will come together
Yep.
for a week long of meeting and learning.
And learning. And
Tell
bonding.
tell me about that experience.
So I've only been to one event so far. We're just starting off. So the one that I've just been to is the annual forum, where the different cohorts from the different years come together.
Right.
It's a giant family. It was I think 100 plus people, including the CEOs of different foundations, philanthropic foundations, who've come there to teach us values on leadership and social justice and health equity. It was really amazing. I have to say, what an experience. It felt like, in a way, I was home, in terms of my values and everything.
Because here no one understands you.
Exactly, because with what I do, people are always confused, why do you do that?
Yeah,
But
where's the money?
When I was there, what's crazy was everybody was speaking the same language,
Right.
and we were all reading the same books.
Right.
It was like I came home. And it was crazy because even though I was only there for a few days, the people I met, it felt like such a strong bond already with the few people that I've met for just a few days.
So the wavelength is
it's just
parallel.
it resonates. Yeah, it was the same. And you know how I said I have this delusion of grandeur of wanting to change the world.
Right.
Because of that, I've always felt a bit lonely.
Yeah.
Now here,
The crazy people are all together.
yes, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not the only person with this delusion. Everyone here does, in their own little world. And the beauty is this annual forum is specifically for the Southeast Asia branch,
Right.
including China and Timor-Leste. And in June, so once I graduate next year, in June apparently we get to meet the giant cohort, the global world, the global community, because there's different branches. You have Southeast Asia and Africa and America, Europe, etc. So yeah, it's very exciting.
So what was the main takeaway in your previous meeting?
It was that, building relationships with these people. And also what I learned was one of the forums actually talked about leadership, in these different foundations. And some of them, have actually led in conflicted countries, and they've lived there for 20 years, imagine. So they were kind of sharing how they managed to survive, and then how they said you have to pick your battles in order to win the war.
Right.
Yeah, so that was what I really
Very
liked.
Sun Tzu, huh?
Yeah, very. It was really, it resonated across all the leaders. We had someone from Rockefeller Foundation. We had, these are all the CEOs, by the way, and the founders: Rockefeller Foundation, Atlantic Philanthropy, Asia Foundation, and China Medical Board. So imagine everyone said the same thing. It was
Picking your
pick
battle.
your battles, because if you always heading kind of head on, just like how I was when I started off in Brunei, you will never get anywhere. You have to come to their side of the table too. At the end of the day, you have to learn how to play the game. So pick the battle.
And be focused.
Yeah, be focused in what you're doing. Yeah, that.
Explain to me what equity is.
So equity is creating equal opportunity for everyone. So for example, let's say between the two of us, equality means giving both of us $10 each.
Right.
Okay? But imagine, you already have $5 in your pocket and I have none. If I give you $10 and I get $10, now you're $15 and I'm $10. So, you're now here and I'm now here.
Mm-hmm.
Equity means providing equal opportunity. So meaning, now I give you $5, so you've now got 10 and I get $10. So now we're at the same level.
Right.
So it's creating an equal opportunity so we all start from the same line. So that now, with this, when you have the same
It's
platform,
level
it's
playing
leveled.
field.
Yeah, level playing field. To balance out all the prejudice.
It sounds great, but also utopic, don't you think?
Also what? Sorry?
Utopic.
Yeah.
Very idealistic.
Very idealistic. Absolutely.
Not really the real world.
Yeah, not the real world.
Of how the world works.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the crazy people are there to bend reality, isn't it?
To bend the truth. But that's it, you see. Like, if you start having these conversations
Mm-hmm. Of what if.
What if? And start having conversations of what is equity? Because a lot of people don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start somewhere, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
You have to begin somewhere, and later, you may not live long enough to see it,
Mm-hmm.
but at least now the ball is rolling, and maybe in 3-4 generations we'll have equity.
So what equity cause are you trying to push in Brunei, given, in the long term, is there any battle that you're picking?
It's more kind of empowerment work.
Uh-huh.
I think in Brunei we're lucky enough to not really have
Inequalities?
this problem. Yeah, these problems. There's very good access for healthcare for majority of people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have much issues with that. So yeah, I did discuss this actually at the forum as well. With Brunei being where we are and how we
A
stand,
very privileged
very
country.
privileged country compared to everywhere else in Southeast Asia.
Uh-huh.
What can we do? So I said, we have our people. So what I can do in my part is spread this message of what equity is, so that in the future maybe the next generation of leaders can look through the lens of equity to provide equal opportunity for everyone who works for them.
Mm-hmm.
Not just looking at through a lens of prejudice, but looking through a lens of equity. Let's give everybody equal opportunity now, despite their race, religion, or gender. What if that is something I can do? Something like that, sharing the message of what equity is. And not only that, I can rally these young people who want to make a difference and connect them with the different groups that I know throughout, let's say, just Southeast Asia.
Mm-hmm.
If I know someone who's into, let's say, work in poverty, I know someone who owns an NGO here who maybe they can collaborate with and share ideas in how we can help that as well in Brunei, etc.
So you'd be a catalyst for us.
Yeah, like a catalyst, exactly.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Very excited about your endeavor.
Me too.
Anything else you want to touch on equity? This initiative that, I know tonight you'll be thinking, hey, I should say this story or that.
I think it's mostly that, sharing this message. And whatever I learn, how I go to schools to share knowledge, right? So whatever I learn in these forums, I'm definitely going to share it too. If I think it's something completely life-changing or it will change anyone's perception, I will definitely share it. So that's what I want to do, to share what I learn with the people here.
It's really enjoyable to see someone who has accomplished so much and still talk about learning as if she's in primary school.
I'm definitely in primary school for this one.